Okay, small world. I was just talking to a girl over there who knows people where I worked, and she knows one of them really good. And so I told her, I said, hey, I had an issue with so-and-so. You want to hear? This is what happened. So I was telling her, and she's like, oh yeah, I saw that girl. She was really rude to you in public. So, really unprofessional, the place I worked at. I didn't do anything. I didn't cope like I can usually cope. Like, you want to mess around with me? We'll go at it, right? I didn't do that. I just let it go. I'm like, it's not worth my time. I didn't do anything. I didn't do a video on it. I didn't do anything. It was as clear as day. The manager was lying. And this is really scary when someone can lie so well that you're standing there like, wait a minute, am I actually losing my mind? Because I've had people like that in my life, especially my father. Years ago, we took my son to Deerfield to see my grandmother, his mother. And we were talking, and I reached out to touch my son's hand as a little baby. And he's like, he just shoved my hand away. And I didn't say anything at the time, but when we got in the truck, I'm like, why did you push my hand away? I didn't push your hand away. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. And so a lot of people live in a way that they will deny anything. And this boss of mine, I'm like, look, he's like, you got to get this register down. And I'm like, look, you didn't even train me. Yes, I did. So yeah, he's like, we had the whole day together. I'm like standing there in shock, like, refresh my memory. I really don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, there's no way you trained me because I was with Willie my first day. You weren't even here. And then yesterday, I heard too that they had lied about me and they made up stories to cover themselves with management. So I'm like, you know what? I don't even care if they're talking about me. It really doesn't matter. If they want to gossip and they want to be rude, go right ahead. So one of the better mechanisms when you feel like you are mistreated for no reason is to trust God and let Him deal with it. So one of them was prayer yesterday. Another one was getting out of the way. Another one was I tried to communicate. That's a good one, but there was no communication. So God just allowed someone that knows the people over there. And she was on my side. So she's like, yeah, I'd get a different job. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a problem with getting work. So that's because I'm a good worker. I'm reliable. But when someone mistreats you, especially in the workplace, it can be like, okay, you're going to mess around with me. I'm now going to mess up your life. But you really don't want that little gangster attitude. I think you do have to confront it, especially if someone's done a lot of damage. Like if you have suffered a great financial loss because of their decisions. But instead, trust God. And I also want to say, spend extra time with Him when you're going through a trial. And that's what I did these last few days. And He will comfort you. He's your comfort. He's your peace. It's not in the revenge. It's not your peace.